Well, hello there guys and girls, I hope you're doing bloody well and welcome along to episode 50. Wow, it's a kind of halfway to 100 style benchmark episode of Draw with Mikey. Hope you're doing really well. So yeah, obviously 100k subs on the channel, that's a big first thing, so yay, clapping noises, woo, thank you so much you guys. I obviously, well, to be fair, I say it pretty much almost every episode, I bloody love you guys anyway, so you know, if I say it again, it's just more of the same really. I bloody loved you guys when I was at 20,000 subs, but being at 100k does feel quite nice, so I'm very pleased. Thank you. Obviously, it's all down to you guys following along. That's what makes all of this possible. That is awesome. However, that's not the main point of this particular Wednesday / uploading it on a Thursday, I dare say, because I'm running so late series, where I basically get to see what's going on with you guys, read through your comments, and just kind of, it's like I have a catch-up, basically. Excuse me. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. So I'm very excited to be doing this episode, as in it's just really nice to be cracking it out, because we didn't have one last week. I was too busy, and then even the one before was really late. It was like on a Friday or something. So if anything, although this is late because it's on a Thursday, it's like 100% more on time than the one last week was, because it wasn't there at all. So you're welcome, if anything. Well done me. Today I've been working long and hard, and it is now very warm. Summer's finally here in England. That's so good as well. It's probably why I'm in such a good mood. But it means I'm also like worn out. I've been talking all day long, getting stuff done. And so like as this episode goes on, you might just find that I'm slowly going to just fall into a lull. Wow, that's enough monologuing. What's going on? Well, last week, based on your suggestions, I did some Ko Tetsujo no Kabaneri Iron Fortress stuff. I just had a little play around in a sketchbook last 2 weeks ago, I should say, and mentioned that I was super late, and all of you guys jumped up into my comment, and you were just like, yeah, don't worry about it, it's fine, glad you're not dead, and all that sort of stuff, and then a few suggestions for other things. So thank you very much, each of you lovely people who just commented back on that. Breno Silver, Night T, Breno Silver again, Swag Hunter, Rono, Azaro, Peter Huey, Howling Moon Cinemas, Krinikar, M, Chibi Wedge, Chibi, Yar Gamer, and Jimenez Carolina. Lovely, all you guys. And further comments down from the last episode included things like, show us your first drawings for 100k. Oh yeah. So, good suggestion, Grace Blackblood, thank you. The point was, or the title I should say of the last video was basically, what do people do when they get like 100k subs? What kind of videos would you like to see as a kind of thank you? And as such, I'm probably going to be reading through most of your suggestions this time round. One of the main things, before I've ever asked this question, pretty much since I've been around about like 1,500 subs and started doing drawing, was to do a gender-bent version of mikeymegamega. So obviously I did just like the DWM episode on Monday was just how to draw Mikey in a very standard way, which is absolutely cringe. I don't know, well, I don't know how to put it, but like making yourself a subject matter is not fun. I did not enjoy that at all. That video is just disgusting in my eyes. But hey. And so I thought, right, I better do a bit of classic traditional. I need to break in a page in my brand new sketchbook, so why not fill it with hot anime chicks? That's the general theme. So bearded ladies is the overall theme that I've just been having some practice run at. Can you have a lady character with a beard? Do you still get like an awkward boner? I have no idea. How weird is that? So just having a play around, that's what I'm probably going to be filling up the sketchbook with whilst you guys are listening to my sweet ass tones. They're not that dulcet. So yes, good suggestion. Thank you. Night T says, do a Draw My Life, which is also an excellent suggestion. A common one that I probably should do. How do people do that? I think like, do people draw? Do people buy whiteboards, or can I just do it on Photoshop? I'll probably have a play around. Probably, yeah, I can just Photoshop it. Why not? And mix it all together. And the Speed King Omega says, Mikey, please make up your mind on an SAS title for your sexy speed draws for YouTube. I need my download folder to be organised. I hope these help. Ideas include Mikey Speed Draw, Mikey SD, insert anime. Oh yeah, okay, speed draws for SD short. Mikey MM, and so on. I hope this helps. Yeah, because I keep flitting between the SAS and the FAF. The thing is I never get around to uploading stuff on time on a Friday because I'm usually then either trying to, you know, keep together a semblance of a real life and go to the pub after work, or scramble up some stuff for the other YouTube channels as well. So it tends to just fall back to the weekend regardless. So fan art Saturday, it doesn't sound as good. Maybe it'll just be fan art stuff. I don't know, speaking Amiga, but yes, we'll get some official labeling going on in the future. Viking Sire is another one for Genderbent Mikey on the FAF for 100k subs. And Divesh Reddy says, Mikey, can you please revisit your how to draw torso for females? Teach us how to change a basic shape when drawing different posiciones. Yeah, we can do. Going back, I mean, there's loads more stuff to cover with the females, loads of stuff to cover with the guys. Just loads of stuff. It's just like so many videos I want to make, not enough time. But yeah, more torsos, more how those shapes work out. We need to come back to that at some point. We will, don't worry. Application says, or applications? Hey Mikey, hello applications. I just subbed last night. Oh, a newbie, welcome along. Got me with that 2B bum, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Love that game. Yeah, that's Nier Automata. Anyways, I've always been drawing since I was a kid, but I fell out of touch with it in high school, and then I figured out I wanted to make music. But then the last 2 years I've really been getting back into drawing again and remembering why I used to think it would be my career path. Anyway, again, just wanted to say thanks for giving me something fun to listen to whilst I've been drawing the last few nights. For videos, #read more, really helped motivate me, which is rare these days. Yeah, no worries, dude. Obviously a great big thank you to anyone listening along as well. And yeah, that's kind of a point. This is like the closest Mikey gets to a radio show, where it's just about 45 to 50 minutes of me rambling on, but hopefully that's just background noise whilst you guys are cracking on with some work of your own. Get that artwork sorted out. You know how it rolls, everybody. P.S. Have you ever read Clover Manga by Clamp or Battle Angel Alita? Battle Angel Alita was a animated film from the 80s. Battle Angel, Google, Alita movie. I'm sure it's a really old one. Yeah, or has it been redone recently? But no, I've watched the actual anime film to it, but never read it, kind sir. So yeah, we'll come back to that in the future only. And Clover, that has also been recommended to me. Although you're just reminding me of the Clover Magic Wand stuff that Kite uses as one of his Nen techniques just before he dies, and how that whole arc of Hunter x Hunter is all about his rebirth, like with mythology and like Christian religions. Oh my god, that stuff, I had no idea that stuff was there. So deep. Complete sidetrack. I've been recently, I'm going to like in the thing, in what you're watching at the moment, if you're keeping an eye on the video screen, when I'm just filling up bearded lady examples, at some point I draw Hunter x Hunter in there, I think. Like I grabbed a manga out because I've just been back on my like things I'm interested in again list. Not that I was never uninterested in it, but I've just been talking about it a lot recently with a lot of other people and watching a lot of videos about it. So damn good. Oh yeah, must do a bloody hell, you can tell you can tell I'm tired from work. I'm just like forcing all the words out. Must do a top 10, top 5, top something anime suggestiones video as well. Well, Devon says, can you do a blood tutorial, how it works on clothes and skin? Why? What are you up to, Wild Devon? And Necrovaria says, Mikey, I remember watching your Deus Ex Human Revolution playthrough. Oh my god, really? Jesus, you are an old schooler. Fuck. that is actually so, like, I really liked playing that game. I really love that Let's Play. That was so long ago now when I think about it. God, loved it. What about a sketch page of Deus Ex? God, I hope I didn't miss you doing one, because now I'd sound like a bellend. Hashtag, hope I'm still hardcore crew. Hashtag, yes you are, Necrovarius. Hashtag, extra points for having watched like an older Let's Play on the PS3 catch-up stuff. I've got so many PS3 games. I've talked about this before. I'll keep this version quick. I've got so many PS3 games sitting here. I'm turning my head and looking at this excellent suggestion of PS3 titles, because obviously it's all old now, but people said were some of the best ever games for that console, and then I bought them all secondhand now that they're cheap, and just, you know, if I just somehow, like, there's a long winter, like a Game of Thrones style, the long night, and I don't have to go to work, I'll just smash all of them. The channel will have like one drawing video a week, and it'll just turn into solid Let's Plays until I've like gotten it out of my system, and then we'll go back to normal 2 drawing videos a week. How about that? We'll still do the DWMs as well as something at the weekend. But yeah, Let's Plays, they are hopefully going to be making a comeback to some more or less degree. I'm excited. I know most of you aren't. You're mostly here for the drawing. Nobody really watches Let's Plays that much, which is, well, on my channel at least, which is fine, because I enjoy it. And as long as I enjoy it, I'm going to do it, because that's the whole point. So yes, it's a good suggestion to come back to Deus Ex and do more stuff there. Yeah. Excuse me, cheeky burp. Disgusting. And as I've obviously said before, if this was like a, you know, rock solid style production, I'd edit out the disgusting bodily noises. Instead, I've left it in, and now I'm just going to have some coffee. Lovely. I'm not kidding, it's really hot. I don't know why I made this. It's making me even hotter. Marshingo says, I'd like to see some of your really old drawings so we can see your improvement. Who knows, maybe it'll inspire people to keep at it. Yes. So this is another suggestion that's been going on. And I'm going to try to put something together. It'll be a fairly short video, only because I've been finding like some old sketchbooks. And before I started giving the art a proper go again, or the drawing at least a proper go, my older drawing style, and this is why I use a pen so much, by the way, because it forces me to mark the page. My older drawing style when using pencil was so timid. Like, I did the lightest ever strokes that barely marked the page to get a loose idea down. And I'm pretty sure like a lot of it won't even show up on camera. I'm just going through the sketchbook, just like, oh God, squinting at it, trying to work out what I was drawing because it's so faded and faint. So yeah, I will be kind of doing that. I guess I've got loads of other sketchbooks that went into a box somewhere, so I'm going to hunt them out, go down memory lane and probably pluck some pages out of them to make a video at some point. Next week, week after? Sooner than later, let's say. So thank you. And Andre No Name says, looks cool, but I'm a little wondering how many years you've been studying to draw like that. I'm new to you on the channel. Well, I won't hate you for being new, but I think I must drink some more coffee, as one of the questions I always get asked. A new FAQ video. That's a good idea. That's what I need to do as well. Notice I've not answered your question. I'm already moving on. Only recently got back into it. Recently being like 4-ish years, something like that. And did it when I was a kid. Vicious Drawing says, lol, glad my question led to a tangent about... oh yeah, shit. So, oh, spoiler swearing alert. So like, obviously the last episode was 2 weeks ago instead of 1 week ago, so I've completely forgotten till I started reading your thing. Yeah, so your question led to a tangent about jerking off with airbender powers. Congrats on 100k. Will you do any more videos covering Western style comics like Marvel's Spider-Man? You should draw Spider-Man. That is a very good idea. Western comics I'm more and more appreciative of as the years drain away from me and I get older. And yes, we did talk about Excelsior, the special technique. Rubens Costa says, Falapla... wait, what are you saying? Falapla Carlo, are you making me say something really bad about myself? Let's go into Google Translate. En inglés. Let's have a look, see what it says. He talks fucking. So I guess that's like your version of saying I just talk shit. Thank you very much, sir. It's very kind of you to put it into another language, Rubens. And Minhudu Pereira says, hi, I've been watching almost all of your videos and they've really helped me improve my drawings. Thank you, Mihindu. Or Minindu. Could you please make a video on how to draw action poses? Keep up the good work. Yes, that is another one on the to-do list. And Sudoku Rokushan says, hey Mikey, first time comment here, but I love your vids. Thank you and welcome along as ever. I was wondering how many pens do you go through? A lot, quite often. I have to buy pens in big packs these days. If you find a pen you like, buy a big bloody pack of them. That's all I'm going to say. Because you never know if you'll come back to them. And towards the end of this video, in fact, because I've just run out of my Mitsubishi one and I had to open up another pen. Excuse me a minute. Oh, got a frog in my throat. So yeah, I had to just grab a new pen just recently and get some bits sorted out because I've just run out of ink. Yeah, a lot, basically. Like, I just burned through them, but who doesn't? It's the nature of the things. And Axio Watt says, if you're reading this, congrats, dude, you hit the 100k mark. Let's just stop again, because I feel like I'm almost glossing over it a little bit too quickly. Thank you so much, guys. That is so awesome that like 100k plus of you have just clicked a subscribe button at some point over the last few years. That is so cool. That's really, really awesome. When I started the channel, I mean, I'll do a proper talking about the YouTube channel history in another video, so I won't go too long here. But when I started the channel, it was pretty much on a suggestion of this guy from work who's got his own channel, Dapsman. I don't think he even uses it anymore. But he was like, oh, do this thing. Everyone does it on YouTube now. And then I found out about PewDiePie and I was like, what is all this? Maybe I should be a video games let's player of some sort. And then obviously it went over to the drawing side because I like doing that. And it just has been slowly doing its thing. It's just slowly, consistently just nudges along this channel. And I'm so pleased and so grateful as well. How grateful, Mikey? What would you do about it? Well, not that grateful. I'm not grateful enough that I'm going to, get off my ass and do anything out of the usual. But I bloody love you nonetheless. More coffee. This is like, I've got a frog in my throat. As in like, when you need to have like a good cough and then something's going to shift. Excuse me. But it sounds like maybe I'm just getting really emotional, which maybe it's true. I never thought I'd see this moment with all of you sweet subscribers. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, I'm going on a crazy tangent again. I've got to start doing it. The subscribers are so good. They're so tasty. Anyway, so what's going on? Clayton Kearney says 100k pen reveal. Oh, good, sir. I like that. I might actually do something like that. And Kim Brent says maybe a giveaway or a redraw would be good. And thanks for teaching me how to draw boobs. I'm doing mermaid, and we all know you can't have mermaids without some good boobs. Yes, Kim Brent, pleased to have been some use of the knowledge. And Savage Sanchez says, hey Mikey, I have a problem. I've watched all of your tutorials and I just can't draw. What should I do? KYS, that's the only answer. Or pick up a new hobby. They're both completely legitimate lines. One of them you can do more than once. The other one's kind of a one-time only answer. But seriously, dude, don't hate yourself about it. Don't worry. Just keep at it if you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. It's fine. Do whatever makes you happy, man. Classy Sheep says, do you even JoJo? P.S. How do you jack buckets without touching a one-eyed snake? Why? Oh, that's obviously the Excelsior reference. We'll come back to that one day. Do I even JoJo? I fucking really love all the JoJo that I've gotten through so far, except for season 1 of the anime. I still really liked because it's so old school weird, but it takes it a bit of a slow burn basically. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is so strong. Like, I do like me a bit of that, but I'm only so far into it, so I don't know all the ins and outs, so to speak. But like, I've heard of something involving, because obviously I know it's in JoJo, a guy with 2 right arms, but I've got a feeling that that's like involved in some other media, like it's in a film or something like that as well, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But I remember hearing about that years ago, and when I was reading JoJo, I was like, a guy with 2 right arms or 2 left arms or something. I've heard of this before, but from where? Anyway, Pyro Ignis says, hey Mikey, wanted to know if you're okay doing a new tutorial on gore or injured anime manga characters. Thanks for reading. Yeah, we can do people who've been through the wars, gore in general for like gory scenes. I guess that's probably going to be quite far down the line. I won't lie. And it's going to probably have to be age restricted as well when it comes to that. And it's going to have to be super, super separate and not sexualized, because like that's like some really fucked up shit as well. But in terms of like combat and injuries and like losing limbs and stuff, yes, that is also a good idea. It's going to go into my good idea collections. Charlie Debnam, stroke for Winter Storm, of a Wither Storm, says, hey Mikey, hello Charlie, could you possibly draw for 7 Deadly Sins? Nanatsu no Taisai, and what's your opinion on the anime? I'd love to know. Watch the anime for the first 7 or 8 episodes. I liked it enough. It was, how to put it, it was just good enough that I felt it was above average enough for me to go from one episode to the next, but I was never fully soaked into it. And once I did, except having said that, so spoiler alert everybody, plug your ears if you don't know about the 7 Deadly Sins or you've not read past the first anime season. Obviously there's the pink-haired knight with the lightning powers. I won't name names because I can't remember them. And he's obviously out to hunt the 7 Deadly Sins as well. And a bit in the anime where it all comes to a light that he's actually been doing this kind of against his will, because somebody's like there, like there's a demon presence that's going to threaten a princess, and then like it all turns around and flips on the head of a coin, and suddenly he's like this really awesome guy who's just been like trying to make things work the whole time. I was like, oh shit, I never saw that coming. That was so really fucking good. Get in the comments, tell me what that guy's name is. I can't remember. Oh no, let's look on Google right now. Lightning pink hair, Lightning McPink hair, 7 Deadly Sins. What's his name? What's his name? Lightning pink hair? Gil Thunder. Is that him? Is it? Yes, Gil Thunder. Yeah, so like I'm a big fan of Gil Thunder. I really loved his turnaround and stuff, and like the manga animation style was really strong as well. I really quite liked that. So yeah, I liked where it went, but when it went into the seals being released and this other version of the 7 Deadly Sins after the war like have come out or something, and then I stopped reading it from there, so I haven't caught up. But yeah, I did indeed like how it started, and maybe some 7 Sins SAS sometimes down the line. FAF, I must say. We'll see. We will see. Michael Ukami at Tres Amingo says, I love your drawings. It would be cool if you created YouTubers manga style. P.S. Your tutorials help me a ton. Please keep doing them. Well, what would you know, sir? One of the things that I'm going to be doing going forward to a very limited degree is also maybe just a few drawings of actual YouTubers that I'm a big fan of myself to some more or less degree, or they just need to be really hot, in which case it'll still count. So that is something that I've had on a while. I've emailed a few and we're just like, would you mind if I did some drawings with you? And I did this all ages ago. And, all of them, in fact, were just like, yeah, you can do. And then I just never got around to it, or worse, like the YouTube messaging system, I'm really bad at keeping up on it because there's no notifications, so you never know if someone's replied, and then like a month later I'm just like, oh shit, they're waiting for my response. So I will be doing some of that again eventually is my keyword for this episode. Obviously you're watching bearded ladies of some sorts and Mikey Mega Mega stuff, don't forget to draw the mug, but like eventually is what I'm all about. There's stuff I want to do eventually, even though I'm getting older every day. And we should seize the day and we should do all the things, but you can only do so many things. And then you want a cup of tea and then you want to have a nap and then all of a sudden it's tomorrow. So it's difficult. You know how it goes. So what was your question? What were you saying? Yeah, YouTube is manga style. You got it. Also, I guess the other caveat is it has to be YouTubers that have like a face reveal or like, you know, have their face in their videos. It can't just be like random channel icons because you can't make a thing about that unless you put the icon on as their head and give them some made up body, but then that's just creepy fandom. Babesan says hello Babesan. So I ran into your channel today. I watched 10 plus of your videos whilst clawing my way through several Leagues of Legends games. Oh, excellent. You had like load of DWM on in the background to that. I got my Gold League promotion on the very first try with your voice in the background. Congratulations. And for 2 games where I tried to play something else, I lost. So I guess you're my good luck charm for today. Thank you. You're welcome, Babesan. Thanks for subscribing. Anyway, now I've that emotional burden off of my shoulders, I feel you, bruv. Let's talk art. For the longest time, I've struggled with drawing anything out of a one semi-profile straight as a plank pose, not to mention faces. At one point, I just figured out I can't be bothered trying to draw a face, and the solution was visible in my avatar. Let's have a look at your avatar. Is that like a... What is that, like a duck thing? Oh, it's like a... Wait, is that a face going into a horse shield thing? I can't quite tell, babes. Pretty much exactly as you say. But, you know... Like, if you're drawing, that's good. Do whatever you want. It's totes cool. So I'll give a go on some of the tips you had in your videos and see where that leads me. Excellent, Babe Sam. Let me know how you get on. If you've just started getting into drawing or you're taking on any of those tutorials or videos, awesome. Really pleased to hear it. Give it a go. Cell Games says, please show your old sketchbook and the skill levels that you were at then from getting higher. So another sketchbook old schooler. What was it so far? Draw My Life, old sketchbook drawings, basically, after I've recorded this episode, I'm going to go back through the comments with all the suggestions and stick them in a list. King of Dongles says, what do you think about pursuing an art style that isn't your favourite but you're talented in? In my case, I'd like to be drawing humans and stuff, but I'm not very good yet. I'm really good at perspective and abstract, unplanned landscape type stuff. Think Peter Draws. Would you instead pursue another art style that wasn't your favourite but you still liked it if you were better in it? And then you've got a rant. So let me answer this question before we tackle your rant. So basically, if you want to feed yourself as an artist and you want like art to be your job, you're going to have to probably work with other people to buy things or clients that like book you in to work on projects with them. And that usually means that you're not doing your favorite type of art in the world. You're doing what they want for their particular requirements. So, yeah, I think pretty much every artist at some stage has to do art that they're not particularly passionate about or subject matter they have no passion for because they need to make ends meet and eat food and stuff. So yeah, I would, because at some point it's probably going to pay a bill. But would I prefer doing the stuff I prefer doing? Of course I would. The answer's in the title. And then you get artists who reach a point where they can just draw whatever they want and people just flock to it because they're really popular or their skill levels are so good or what they do happens to be really popular in its own right, as well as their own style having gained loads of momentum. Or they're just like working on concept art for films and stuff. That sounds like such a fucking dream situation. So yeah, stuff like that. So basically, yes, King of Dongles, I would do it. And it's all about reaching a point where you don't have to and you can just absolutely pursue your own thing if you're lucky enough. But that's a rare position to be in, which is why a lot of artists are hobby artists. They just do their passionate stuff in their spare time, because to get the momentum to support yourself off of it is mentally difficult. So most artists you'll find have some kind of day job, like my sweet self working in an office somewhere in the southeast. The following is a bit of a rant, you say. Skim before reading to see if it's worth your time. Okay, so I'm going to just have a little skim read and a sip of coffee. I'll leave you with some good old coffee music in the background. Wait, what song shall we do? I know, Final Fantasy VIII intro. Dum 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 blah 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 dum dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da dum da 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 dum bum 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 da 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 dum dum Okay, I've read your comments. Let me just apologise right now to anyone who's just sat through that or skipped to this point and wondered what the fuck that was about. So yeah, locking down perspectives, King of Dongles, and the way you've got to kind of get so tightly put into that, and then you've got to internalise your vanishing points and get like an idea of how everything's going to be going. Kim Jong-ji is my answer to that. Just check out how he does things. He understands perspectives before he's marked the page. He's mapped out interacting characters. It's mental. He's so good. He's like god level. It's disgusting. He's sold his soul to Satan is the only thing I can think of. So yeah, I feel you. Do I have a set answer for you? Maybe not, but you do have a link to one of your Unscaped landscape things that you were talking about in part of this. Let's have a look. Dude, that's really fucking good. Yeah. So I can understand why people keep telling you your perspective work is really good and making you do more of it, whereas you want to be doing your own stuff. That's so good. For any of you who don't know, trawl through the comments in the last section if you can find them. And one of these particular links is to a Hanata in a weapon store of some sort kind of thing. It's well good from the days of Naruto. I do like that. And I can understand why people try to encourage you to do more. But yeah, follow what you also want to do. That's also good. Joseph Flores wants me to draw Clone Troopers. Zippe Demand says, I watched this at 5 in the morning and I have school. Fuck you, Mikey, for keeping me up this late. Oh, if you're staying up super latos and you've got like, you know, them sweet ass studies to be getting on with, don't let me keep you. You can always pause this video, come back to it later, like, share, subscribe, or watch it all the way through. Or just leave it on with the screen on and go to bed and then somehow I still get ad revenue. That's also a winner. Yay. Zoid Industries says, oh man, I laughed for a few minutes at your Excelsior Airbender line. Yeah, I can't even believe I shared that story. Like, I don't know what made me think I should be giving you all that knowledge. But you know what? Fuck it. Avatar The Last Airbender, Excelsior Mystery Wank. You know how it goes. And they call me Bigelow says, what's the name of the outro track? Yo, Mikey, you're going Comic-Con this year any time? Yes to one of the things. Check the description of this video because I've got the name of all the music in there. Which one? London MCN Comic Con. I went to my first one ever last year in October or something, I think, or September, and made a vlog about it somewhere on this channel. Just search it. Will I be going again? Yeah, I probably will. Mixed feelings about Comic Con. One, it's cool to kind of go to the place where all the stuff is, and like, you know, I met Tom Scar and other YouTubers and that was really cool. But like the weirbo meter was quite strong. Like there's a lot of smelly people. It was Ramo, it was long. Like the cosplayers were really cool, like don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of queues and it's like a massive shop where everything's got its price marked up. So it swings and roundabouts. But yeah, I'll probably go again. Probably take the camera. Guilherme Conclaves Diaz says, hey Mikey. Hello Guilherme. I'm kind of new to your videos and damn, do you draw well. Here's a suggestion. Thank you very much. What is your suggestion, sir? How about you draw Star Fox characters as if it was an anime? I think you could end up looking really cool. Probably will suggest this later videos until you read it. Guilherme, for a new subscriber to the channel, you know the secret, as in keep bugging me every episode with your suggestion until it eventually sinks in. Hashtag I've started drawing Claymore wherever you are, dude. I'm working on it. Don't worry, it's going to happen. 11 Jinjin says, hey Mikey, have you ever seen a monster movies that the Japanese are renowned for? AVGN does reviews at cinemassacre.com. Probably the most interesting in the series of today's age is Gamer Next Gen. Gaimara Next Gen came out in 1999. Same as a horrible USA Godzilla movie with Ferris Bueller. I have... Yeah, mate, absolutely. I have his reviews on when I'm drawing for the last 2 weeks, split screen style, so I can still see the yuckies. Oh, okay. I might have a look then, because if he reviews the videos real time, like a watch along with me sort of thing, then I'm probably up for that, because I do a lot of it. I watch a lot of that on this other channel, Oliver Harper, his retrospectives channel, and he covers, like, with his other mates, loads of videos, and you put the film, maybe this is like the saddest thing I do, it might be because I'm really into it, so you put like on the film or your DVD, but you put on their commentary instead of the one that comes with the DVD, and then you just watch along with them. My excuse is that I have to do hours and hours of artwork, as you might have guessed, for one reason or another, so I always need something that's playing in the background, much like perhaps you've got this playing in the background for what you're doing. So if there's like a horror version of that at cinemassacre.com, right click, open a new tab. Look at that later. I will give it a go. Cheers, 11 Jinjin. Frozen Record says, hey Mikey, hello Frozen. Have you heard of Lazy Nezumi? It's really helpful for digital line art. Great stuff as always. Hashtag hardcore crew. Ooh, more suggestions. Let's control C. Open, yes, another tab. I'm a man who likes his tabs, I won't lie. Lazy Nezumi Pro trailer. Oh cool, it's a YouTube channel with loads of stuff on it. Nice. I'll come back to that. It never hurts to go back to the basics or get any other good skills that you can from someone else. Watch loads of videos. That's the secret. Keep checking out what's going on. We're about half an hour deep. Okay, I'm going to speed up the pace, everybody, on your comments. You know I love you. Estavia Smith says, yo, great art. Hashtag hardcore crew. Do you think you can do another inking video like how you shade with sizes and stuff? 90% sure you'll say my name wrong again. I probably have. Yes. There will be down the line, actually it should be sooner than later, shouldn't it? A start to finish SAS video, you know, drawing in pencil, thinking out the pose, line art, inking, scanning and all that sort of thing. So yes, I must come back to that. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a little bit burpy these days. Let's have some more coffee. Killer Rabbit says, the fact you went on a side tangent about masturbating without touching yourself after somebody asked you about Avatar: The Last Airbender is glorious. Yes, much to my shame, that is exactly the main theme of what I talked about last time round. But I've got to keep it real. You know how it is. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to force my channel to be super family friendly just because YouTube forces us to be. I've got to say it how it is. And how it was back then involved Excelsior. Elite Infamy says, I love your videos. Could you please draw Kaneko from High School D times D? That's on the list. Quite a few D times D characters are in there somewhere. And Joel says, oh dear, the Excelsior thing reminds me of, I think it was City Hunter, where the main character was trapped under fallen debris and he broke free by forcing an erection. What? Anyway, I was in Mandarake in Fukuoka back in 2007. There was a 30,000 yen Nanoha and Fate bedsheet set. My brother was like, no, why the hell are you even thinking about buying bedsheets? And I was like, bedsheets? Think of this as a 6-foot wall scroll. But you ended up not buying it, which is good because that would have broken your wallet. Yeah, and like, you can have that and enjoy it. And then like 2 years later, you look back on it and you're just like, oh, I'm having people round. I can't have this hanging up in my room. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts. But yeah, getting that good anime source stuff in Japan is the dreamboat. Must go back. Apple Villant says, I didn't know you were drawing a male character. Yes, we're finally doing it, sir, on and off. And R@V Kasane Teto says, that Ikoama is so good. Thank you very much. If you're referring to what I was filling the sketchbook in with last time around, I don't know who Ikoma is. I don't know if that's the guy or the dead character or the girl, because I've not watched any of it. It was based on your suggestions, but I will watch some of it, I promise. Thank you, whichever one you're referring to. Alice says you should watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's really good. I'm so embarrassed we talked about that. And Nadian TX says, what's up, Mikey? What's up, Nadian? Hey, I didn't know you DJ'd. Thanks for the male character. How about picking from Stephen King's The Dark Tower? Have a great show tonight. Hashtag hardcore crew. Thank you very much, sir. So, yeah, and by the way, this is actually part of why I never got last week's Wednesday episode done, because everything got pushed back because I lost my weekend because I was off DJing. Not my idea, a friend of ours. You know when you talk to your mates and you're just like, wouldn't it be cool if you did this, that or the other? So we were in Ibiza and then we were just like, oh, would it be cool if we were all DJs and we went around DJing together? You know how you just say shit when you're drunk? But one of my friends is like aggressively proactive. So he's forced us now to be DJs. And so, yeah, at the weekend, I was DJing along with my friends at the Oxford University, yeah, the posh one, at their university summer ball, which was good in the rave tent. And I had a big, like, Dead Mouse helmet on. And then my friends did this, by the way, fucking excellent, I'm not kidding, Daft Punk mix as well. So, yeah, that's now something else we have to do with our time. Good, thanks to my mate Mark. M. Sher says, how to draw in Procreate for iPad. Help me, please. Yes, we could do a video in doing that if I ever learn it, get it, have a go. Never owned an iPad in my life, good sir, but we can do it on tablets in general, perhaps. And Finyord1 says, hey Mikey, hello Finyord. Just wondering if you've seen or heard of Naoki Urasada's Manben. It's really good. Hashtag hardcore crew. Love you hardcorers. Let's go over to this Google tab and give it a quick look. Oh yeah, I did promise I was going to pick up the pace as well. Oh, okay. Nice features. Let's have a quick look at image. Oh, here we go. Images. Dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doop. Oh, it looks kind of old school as well. I will come back to this, sir. I am curious. Oh, well, actually, it's linking to loads of other mangakars doing their own work as well. So I'm just having a quick scroll through now. God, it's so juicy when you see, like, just when you get, like, a Google image result of an art style or an artist you've never seen before, and you suddenly get a flood of incredible artwork, and you're just like, oh, shit. I need to completely change how I draw yet again and emulate a bit more of this style and suck it into my own techniques. So thanks for the suggestion. What are we going to do? Still quite a few comments to go. We're just going to lean in hard. Dad Dodger 263. Hey Mikey, do you prefer a more light-hearted story with a funny plot or a more serious and sinister series? Dad Dodger 263. Both. You got to love the full range. As long as they're both done well, they'll captivate you. Think One Piece. Fucking love One Piece. It's been around for almost forever. It's like the next generation of Dragon Ball Z. Do you know what I mean? It's One Piece everywhere. And that's funny and light-hearted, but does have those moments that really draw you in because it keeps the emotion there. That's what's so good. And One Punch Man is just something else. I fucking love One Punch Man. Who doesn't? It's popular for a reason. But Dark and Sinister series, everybody must know what I'm going to talk about. Berserk, man, come on. So good. Like, they both have their value. I don't know if I could pick one over the other. Like, the Dark Sinister series tend to run for a bit longer and you really get sucked in. The light-hearted stuff, if it's not done well, not like the examples I've just mentioned, can actually get a bit dull and boring after a while. But they're really good for just a bit of pop fun reading. It's a mixed bag. What's your answer, Dad Dodger? Which one do you prefer? Zach Chester Muschin says Excelsior! Oh my goodness, sir. Are you just saying it because we've talked about it? Or are you claiming you've achieved such magic? And Etchy Samurai says, Mikey, I want to see you draw either Shizumatsu Tohoisa or Olimnu from both the same anime, Drifters. Oh, I've had a Drifters request before as well, actually, from a long, long time ago. That One Human Thing says, I'll be honest, Mike, I like your channel and I always strive to be better every day and every night. If you want to get better, you must practice as much as you can. Correct. I draw in the morning and before bed. I'm jealous I don't have that kind of time. Good on you. And I look at your art and start to think, I like this guy, but his style doesn't look that good. That's fair. But I blink and then you make something that's absolutely fantastic. Oh, very nice. You've given me an emotional roller coaster just for your comment. And I was like, shit, well, now I like his style, but I need to try harder to be better than him. Yes. I love that. But lately I've just lost my love and drive. Oh no. For everything, I don't know what to do. Louis C.K. says it. KYS, man. Kill yourself. It's the answer to everything. Every problem in the world will stop if you kill yourself. It's the answer to every single problem, but you can only do it once. That's the problem. So I don't recommend it. In fact, I don't recommend that at all. Obviously, it's not a serious answer, but you've just reminded me of that. I would say, like I do to most people who say they're kind of a feeling they're getting a bit stuck with their art and stuff, come away from it, dudes. Go out, enjoy the sunshine. If you're just not feeling the art, go play some video games, go hang out, go chill at your mates, go get drunk if you're old enough. Come back to it a few days later, a week later, watch something you've never seen before, a different anime of a different art style that might get your juices flowing, and then come back to it when you're in a mood. The more you force it, the less you're going to enjoy it, said the nun to the priest or something like that. But yeah, just kind of find it for yourself, dude. Like, I love drawing. I don't love drawing all the time. I just love drawing when I'm in the mood for it, which happens to be most of the time. But yeah, I don't think anyone can enjoy anything forever to some more or less degree, especially if it's 24 hours a day. So don't stress, and don't kill yourself. Or at least, if you do, don't mention me in the note, because I don't want like the police going back through this video and just being like, it was mikeymegamega who suggested to all the children in that suicide squad that this is what they should be doing. I promise it wasn't me. You've got so much to live for. Sonny Go says, hey Mikey. Hello Sonny Go. Maybe for your 100k celebration, you can redraw your favourites from the SAS FAF and do a poster or a desktop background type image with them. Make a mikeymegamega limited edition thing for your current subs and patrons. I haven't fully fleshed out the idea, but it's just a seed for its thought. Thanks for being awesome. You're welcome. I'm not awesome. You guys are awesome for just putting up with all of this. And yes, that's another very good idea, sir. How far back do we go? Including all the black and white ones, or just since I've been working in colour? That's a great idea. I'm going to mull it over. I like it. How would I mean, I could just make a link for all you guys of like, here's a mikeymegamega wallpaper. And I can make that link like live only for a little bit, and then you've got it and I never link to it again, like a special edition. Of course, I'd leave it on for my patrons as well on Patreon, but yeah, I'm going to mull that. I like that. Sip of coffee. Ah, delicious. TV Kaiser said, you gotta get on My Hero Academia, Mikey. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I will do. And White O Screen says, man, you deserve a subscribed. But for the tutorials and arts. Question, do you have any tip on hand drawing? I suck on this part. Hand drawing, like what part, man? Like how to hold your pencil, how to not smudge the page, how to get an eye for it. Hand drawing is a whole world. It's like, do you have any tips on drawing, just in general? Yeah, loads, but you're going to have to be more specific. I can't just like sit here for a 2-day lecture on all my thoughts about drawing and tips. Oh my god, we're getting into this episode again a little bit long. Oh my god, so much scrolling. Let me just say thank you everybody for commenting on these videos. I do keep an eye on pretty much all of them, and I bloody love you lot for it. And I do struggle to read through all of it. So let's go down the other end and go over for a few people. Like IBK Draw says nice, and Relic Ziade says I wanted to be first. Winter's Army was 5th. Divesh Radian, Devon Cosme, basically all getting in really early and saying hello. Thank you so much for keeping an eye on the uploads. Carrigan Fleenor says, I love your videos. I love your face. Thank you very much. And Breno Silva says, in the 100k special, show us a place where you draw and work in your videos if you haven't already shown before. Yes. That place being this slip of desk space in my room, which is a tip right now. Yes, but I'm working on a new studio space, as in the room next to my room. I'm clearing it out. So maybe I'm going to get that out of the way first, and then I'll show you like the new setup, which isn't going to be like uber cool. It's not going to be like a super flash drawing thing, but it's going to be a room slightly more dedicated to the creative stuff. So yeah, watch this space. That's also going to get done. Mikey promises a lot in these videos. That's basically the overall theme of the DWMs. Mikey says he'll do stuff, and then he complains he's too busy to get stuff done. Nailed it. Sunil Fang says hello, and Revenge of Shadow says make a short GIF or animation. Could be a stop motion. Yes, I could do. I've also got some ideas there, actually. Believe it or not, I've made an animation on this channel back when it had like barely any subs. And it's an animated short. It's not okay. And it's basically surrounding Princess Diana in heaven getting an abortion from a bottle of vodka, which kicks a football into her stomach. Because I wanted to do a video that celebrated the World Cup at the time or something like that. So you can always hunt that out. And I've got like scripts. I wrote them like 5 years ago now or some shit like this. Got like these other, not 5 years ago, I've got these other scripts for some not okay videos, for some not okay talking topics. Now I don't know what to do about them because I don't know if I can put them on this channel. I probably can. I probably will eventually. Daisuke Uchihara wants to see a live stream. Yes, let's see how we get on. I finally got my new internet connection, by the way. Oh, bloody hell, I nearly choked there. I have no idea what the upload speeds are like, but it is downloading, not super crazy, but it's downloading like a normal internet connection. So as long as the upload's like not really choked, maybe I can do some streaming, but I'm going to think about that later. We'll work on that. Let's see how this goes. Maybe on YouTube, maybe on Twitch. Twitch is probably a better idea because you've got to kind of not put all of your eggs in one basket, I guess, and then all the Twitch videos could get uploaded to YouTube. Again, we'll see. I'll have a little think. And Heartnet Harvey Drawing says, never commented on these since I've always downloaded these, but you do have a Britain's Got... Oh, do you have a Britain's Got Talent? DJ Dizzy Eclipse is what I'd imagine your set would be like. Lol, just kidding. But awesome art. And record that DJ set. Oh, thank you. I have recorded that DJ set. Can't put it on YouTube because you get loads of copyright strikes against it, however. Or at least you can only play it on a desktop computer. You can't play it from a phone. We'll come back to that. And... yeah, I'm not saying I'm a particularly good DJ at all. I'm just saying that's a thing that's happened. So yeah, more things to get done in the day. Alex Icon says, Mikey, Alex, your videos help me focus a bit or even get my mind off stuff weighing on me. Pleased to hear it, sir. And now my channel is close to 100 subs. Congratulations. Clapping noises. Hope you can make me feel better and maybe help them study art just like you do one someday. Yes, that's awesome, dude. Crack on, good sir. And Casey Ellis says, hey, so going back to the whole tracing thing, my art teacher gave me a tip. Don't trace like the other line stuff you said and copy it, but print out the picture that you really like and want to draw as accurately as possible. Make a grid of the entire picture and take your paper and grid it and only focus on drawing the stuff in the squares, square by square. Gridding is an excellent way to get that done. And gridding's also quite popular with when you get photorealism artists and they take like a picture and then they make like they work on a canvas which is like the size of a wall of a building or something, maybe not that big, but you know, stupid massive, and they tend to grid out the sections as well to upscale everything fairly accurately. So gridding's a good idea, good sir. Crack on with that. Let me know how that gets on. And what are you saying? Want to grid the entire picture and take your paper and grid it and only focus on drawing stuff in the squares. Hashtag hardcore crew. Also, sometimes you tend to sound like another YouTuber that I watch. His name is Pink Stylist and he is adorable. Pink Stylist, never heard of it. Is he British? Stroke British sounds like he's a Kiwi. Let's have a look. Dooba doop 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 doop. Pink Stylist in another tab. I'm not on YouTube, I'm just having a look. Oh, this guy with the emo style haircut stylies and cheeky little goatee. Soul patch? Excellent. I'll check out what's going on there sometime. Wonder if he does sound like me or if I sound like him. Curious. And 100k subscriber video says RemyCo33, show your very first drawings. Yeah, another good one. And Dick Zeno says, what about just going through user submitted art? I do a lot of that on Facebook, on and off, when I manage to get round to it. I don't know what I'm going to do about that Facebook page. Oh, God, I don't know if I can keep it up. It takes up so much time. But user-submitted art on YouTube as well? Yeah. Maybe we could start doing some competitions and submission stuff. Maybe. We will see. And Colton Adkins says, also my favourite anime manga would have to be Tokyo Ghoul, Vagabond, correct, Berserk, correct, Death Note, very good in the first half, and highly recommend Tokyo Ghoul and Death Note if you haven't read or watched them already. Tokyo Ghoul I've not gone through, but it does obviously have quite a strong following, so we'll see. They are very dark and have great artwork. Also great story anyway, give it a watch and tell me what you think. Colton Adkins, I agree with you on most of his stuff anyway, and the first half of Dead Note, not the last half. Vagabond and Berserk, obviously. Tokyo Ghoul, I will maybe have a watch, so thanks for the suggestion as well. And Tony C wants me to draw Meijin Mira Jane from Fairy Tail. And Mikey, do you also do animation, you ask? Anyway, you're such an inspiration, a wonderful artist. Thanks for your time. Oh, thank you very much. That's actually too kind, but cheers. And one of the best animes is indeed Hunter x Hunter 2011. It is. It is indeed. What can I say about that? Like, just watch this other guy's video, Pink Sniper Wolf, why you should watch Hunter x Hunter, or like why Hunter x Hunter is such a great anime, something like that. Just watch that and he sums up pretty much everything I've got to say, and he manages to do it without any spoilers, or any major plot spoilers at least. So yeah, give that a watch and like get in the mood for it and then watch Hunter x Hunter. It deserves your time. Tim, know your damn business. Notice me, senpai. If you could stop time, would you, and what would you do in that time? If I could stop time, Tim, know your goddamn business, then my first question for you is, do I age? So like if I stop time and time doesn't move, do I also not age and I can do whatever I want? Or do I still age normally? In which case I would stop time for little things like getting into work on time, taking a slightly longer lunch break if I wanted to, and then just panic getting work done for deadlines. And then I don't know if I could think up many other good things. Obviously you do the normal stuff, like you'd swap people's underwear around and you'd just make them do really creepy shit when they're like time frozen. But I don't think I'd do any like proper dark stuff. I wouldn't like, you know, get someone who's riding a bike and then stop time and then move that bicycle right to the very edge of a cliff so they could cycle to their death or anything like that. Well, that's a great idea. What would you do, Tim? Know your goddamn motherfucking business. What would you do if you had the Bernard's watch special power? Because let's face it, he was there first. Alex Jesse says, don't you mean One Fucking Punch Man? Yes, One Punch Man, one motherfucking Punch Man. He's so good. Great anime. I've obviously just been talking about that. And JBK Draw says, hi guys, check my YouTube channel. No. British Mangaka says, oh my god, old anime from the 80s and through the 90s was really detailed back then. The manga was. I don't know if the anime was, mate. I don't know what to tell you. I watched a lot of dubbed anime from around that era, from Crying Freeman. Oh man, Crying Freeman. So I asked you guys a while ago, what did I ask you guys? Something like, what were your first ever animes that got you into it? Or like, how did you get into anime and stuff? And we had this whole conversation around, I could kind of tell what generation you were based on like the anime that you had. It was really good. And we talked a lot about the classics in the 80s and 90s. I'm getting somewhere, British Mangaka. And you know what? I don't think anybody mentioned Crying Freeman. That like, Freeman, I said it really weird. I don't think anybody mentioned that. That is like such a fucking benchmark of them as well. Such a classic, really dark. And that had like a really adult anime version as well. Like, it was good. Yeah, fuck. Mate, I've just stopped because you're giving me flashbacks, which I haven't thought about for ages. Yeah, great shout. Anyway, what else are you saying? Holy cow, the detail. I love the older anime because they're a lot and they're absolute gold and I could list them all, but it would take too long. Correct. Also, Mikey, I'm freaking out about the most recent chapter of Berserk, especially how they have to help Casca. I miss her fighting. I cannot wait to see if she will kick butt again. British Mangaka, come on. Like, Casca, spoiler zone, stroke, we're talking about something really particular if you have no idea what's going on. It's a dream arc in Berserk. Because if any of you started reading Berserk, the manga, and then stopped because they're on this fucking boat for years, they finally got off. They made it to the Elf Island in the end. like Casca's fucked, man. Even if like they save her in her brain and like stop her being mental, she's not going to be the person she was. Do you know what I mean? Like, she is deeply damaged. So I can't actually imagine her being like this ass-kicking girl anymore, the warrior she used to be. Like, that part of her died back when the Eclipse arc started. So yeah, what will come out of that? Hopefully a woman who has a sense of identity and can try to live some sort of a peaceful life. But I don't think she deserves to be in a hellhole where she's got to battle along with the rest of Guts' crew. I think she deserves something more peaceful, circa like Sandor Clegane, the Hound in the Game of Thrones books or something like that, not the TV version. But yeah, so yeah, that's messed up. Let's see how they get on. They're in Casca's dream time. Norman Kamebu says, draw my life, do one! And Michael Tomaszewski, friend, can you make a video about drawing scars, blood and wounds? Oh, you've also had a similar suggestion, commented twice at 2 different sections. And 100k do a 24-hour stream. Bit much? Andrew Otaku, that is a bit much. A 24-hour sit down. Bear in mind, like, if you're listening this far in, you're a hashtag hardcore crew, I love you, and you've probably heard me say that a billion times, so just know it's true. Like, this is long. If you're just listening to this and you're thinking, oh, what kind of video is this? He's doing bearded ladies. And then you put it on and maybe, like, you're just like, oh, it's just him talking whilst we're watching a sketchbook. That's terrible as a video idea. I don't want to watch that. But then something happens, like a wall falls down and your leg's pinned. You can't quite reach the mouse on your computer anymore. So you forcibly sat all the way through this whilst you're waiting for the ambulance to arrive. Then, yeah, imagine that for 24 hours. Like, it would not be a good thing. 24-hour live stream. Could a man sit at a desk and do 24 hours of art? He'd need loads of energy drinks. Oh, you're really tempting me now. Like, I'm really curious about it. I need to set up and test stream and see if that's any good for my new internet connection, guys, and then we'll work from there. But I do like the suggestion. Shorno Manga Arts and Stuff says, I just finished watching Kill la Kill and really liked it. In summary, it's about clothes taking over humanity and a group of nudists trying to take it down. Amazing. You should sketchbook Ryuko and Satsuki, especially when they power up, etc. boobs galore, if you're into that sort of thing. Me, on this channel? No, sir, you've clearly made a mistake. Yes, I remember Kill la Kill. Not watched a single episode, watched half of the first episode, and then like did a Kill la Kill. Did I do like a DW? I did like an SAS, I'm sure, somewhere in the history of my videos. So yes, that's another one to come back to as well. And Akiza Emmanuel says, draw with your left hand. Oh, you further add on to the end of your comment there. That is a horrible idea. And if you saw like what I do with my left hand, that's, oh god, that sounds like a horrible wank joke. If you saw the kind of drawing I'm capable with my left hand, like I would lose a lot of subscribers because it's terrible. But I like the idea, and I think I might just do it anyway because screw you, society. You can't tell me what to do. Yeah, you can. You can. You sue me otherwise. Cobalt Dragneil says, hey Mikey, hello Cobalt. Your drawing tutorials are so cool and great. Oh, thank you very much, good sir. It's very kind. I really want to learn more from you to draw my own custom characters, and most of your tutorials, I apply them to my drawing, and it works out. Thanks. You're welcome. And I hope to draw more and gain up to 100k subs. Yes, awesome. Keep it up. Spoiler alert, unless you're really lucky, you've got like a hit video or something. Turns out it takes years. It actually takes fucking ages. But it's really awesome that it happens. So yeah. So draw my life, old school sketches, artwork submitted by you guys, maybe some competitions, maybe an animation. What was all the other stuff? I'm going to go back through the comments after and have a look. Thank you so much, you lovely people, for getting in a comment section and saying hello and let me know what's going on. If you guys have commented and I've not read it, fucking hell. If you guys have commented and I've not read it out loud, then I have still regardless probably read it whilst we've got it here, because this is a place where I do keep checking. Sometimes when I do a video I try to get involved in the comment section again, but there's a lot of them these days and it's hard to keep up. So this is why we have this series. So get yourself in the comment section of this particular video, say hello, let me know what's going on. What else do you want to see? What's up with your lives? Just general, like it doesn't have to be drawing. I just like saying hello to you lot. It's nice like that. At this weekend, maybe I'm going to do a gender bent Mikey Mega Mega. That is the intent. Will I have the time? Possibly not. Oh yeah, disclaimer. Like that last Nier Automata 2B, I did the line work ages ago, and then all of a sudden I had like half an evening on Saturday to get out of the way, and I just kind of, I'll be honest, like had to rush the painting part of it. So again, it's not like super high standard stuff, but I wanted to get it out of the way. So it's a really mixed bag because like it's popular, but you know, it's not the A game. That's the thing. And I think a lot of you guys can probably see that, or at least I definitely can. So if I'm squeezed for time, I don't know if I'll do the Mikey Mega Mega Gender Bent this weekend. We'll see what goes on, but I've also got a whole lot of Game of Thrones stuff to do for the other channel, Film Cram. So there you go. That's my excuse. You guys, hope you have lovely lives. I'll see you next time. Peace out.